When it comes to animals, felines seem to be the deadliest beasts on the planet. Since prehistoric times, these killing machines have been the top predators of most living things. No matter the size or strength of the enemy, this species is capable of destroying any adversary, and today we are going to prove it to you. In today's video, we will travel back to prehistoric times to discover some of the monstrous felines that our ancestors had to deal with. These are 7 really destructive creatures that will make you discover that modern felines are nothing more than simple kittens compared to these prehistoric creatures. Number 7. The Big Cheetah. You're probably familiar with cheetahs. These deadly animals have such strength and speed that make almost any jungle animal tremble. However, one of their ancient ancestors surpassed them not only in strength and speed, but also in size. Its name was Acinonyx pardinensis, or giant cheetah, a brutal species that roamed the earth in the Pliocene and the Pleistocene epochs. Its main habitats were in present-day France, Germany, India, and China, but it never hesitated to migrate in search of fresh meat. Generally, its robust body was unstoppable and it had much stronger legs than conventional cheetahs. Additionally, its claws were so powerful that they could tear apart a modern truck. Fortunately, this wild beast became extinct during the last ice age, although it remains to be chilling. Number 6. The Giant Jaguar. Jaguars have always been considered small felines when compared to lions or tigers. However, in prehistoric times, this was slightly different. Giant jaguars had limbs and tails so long that they could terrify lions. They usually lived on the upland plains and were top predators, competing with American lions and other big cats of their time. In most cases, this competition caused them to constantly migrate to the forests and wreak havoc wherever they went. Logically, the giant jaguars of prehistoric times fed on any type of meat, and their strength was as lethal as their bite. The power of their attacks was unstoppable, and no living creature of the Pleistocene period could survive their pursuit. Number 5. The Cave Lion. One of the most intimidating felines of prehistoric times is known as the cave lion, a gigantic subspecies of the lion family that weighed over 300 kilograms. It's regularly compared to the Amur or Siberian tiger, but had nothing to envy them. Overall, this dangerous predator was one of the most feared beasts of the last ice age in Europe. It is believed that different villages and small human civilizations worshipped and adored this creature because of its power and destruction. For this reason, numerous prehistoric statuettes depicting the cave lion have been found over time. Several paintings have also been discovered in European caves, along with some stone carvings that tell the story of the fearsome power of one of the most feared felines of antiquity. Number 4. Homotherium. If you've never heard the name of this creature, you have nothing to be ashamed of. The Homotherium, or better known as the scimitar cat, was one of the most deadly and adaptive felines of prehistory. Its fossil remains have been found in North and South America, Europe, Asia, and Africa. However, these discoveries have only demonstrated its great capacity to adapt and migrate around the world, since it managed to survive for 5 million years, something extremely atypical for creatures of this species. In general, the Homotherium were herd felines. They moved in groups, like wolves, although they weighed more than 400 kilograms and hunted very effectively thanks to their high speeds and enormous strength. Additionally, they only refrained from fighting when facing similar creatures, although they didn't always comply with this rule. Some specialists compare this feline with hyenas since they have certain physical resemblances, as well as similar behaviors. However, hyenas have never been as effective at hunting and have never caused such a wave of terror to the animals with which they cross paths. Number 3. Macaridus copier. Since prehistoric times, Africa has been the heart of all life. All kinds of extraordinary creatures have grown and died here, and felines are no exception. All kinds of large wild beasts have roamed these plains, but none has managed to rival Macaridus, the giant feline that could be considered that African saber-toothed tiger. After the discovery of numerous fossil remains in Chad, it has now been declassified that this creature was one of the largest felines of all time, reaching a weight of up to 500 kilograms and the size of a horse. Its insatiable appetite led it to feed on numerous animals, but it didn't go for small prey. Quite the contrary. He attacked elephants, rhinoceroses, and large herbivores that abounded during that period. Fortunately, its existence didn't coincide with the appearance of the first humans. Had it coincided, mankind would surely have suffered greatly to face a creature that's impossible to stop. Number 2. American lion. It's time to talk about one of the greatest felines of all time, the Panthera atrox, better known as the American lion. It was an incomparable creature that ruled the Americas during the Pleistocene period. Science considers it to be one of the main relatives of modern lions, even though their differences are colossal. The American lion weighed over 500 kilograms and had a body so elongated and robust that it bore certain similarities to rhinoceroses. Their hunting technique was very particular, as they hunted all kinds of creatures alone, including other felines with whom they shared territories during that period. Precisely because of this, their population was scarce, as they were usually killed in battle in the middle of a hunt. This caused its extinction, although it didn't prevent it from being one of the most violent and lethal predators of this period. Number 1. Smeldon. When it comes to giant and powerful felines, it is impossible not to mention the saber-toothed tiger. Known by the name of Smeldon, this great prehistoric predator has no comparison. In the past, it was one of the most destructive creatures and could annihilate any animal that dared to get on its radar. The habitat of these beasts was found throughout the length and breadth of present-day America and weighed up to 520 kilograms. Of course, it wasn't as agile and as fast as the lions we know, but it definitely was at least twice as powerful. In fact, its limbs were so long and strong that its power when attacking its prey would be the envy of modern lions. Its heavy body provided it with ruthless strength, and its sharp claws, together with its enormous saber-like fangs, made this feline one of the most feared creatures of the animal kingdom. Unfortunately, for the creatures of that time, no one could stop the Smeldon. When this creature attacked, little could be done. Not even the colossal mammoths had the slightest chance of fending off its attacks. The saber-toothed tiger shredded flesh, limbs, and bones in a matter of minutes. It isn't by chance that this animal holds the merit of having extinguished an entire species, as is the case of the marsupials. Smeldon's reign of terror lasted for centuries and even terrorized the first humans to inhabit the earth. However, it became extinct 10,000 years ago. Zone 0. Although the Smeldon is the undisputed king of the prehistoric felines, something that was recently discovered seems to be about to destroy its historic hegemony. In 2019, a series of researchers discovered the fossil remains of a feline they had never seen before and whose size exceeded that of a tiger, a lion, and even a polar bear. Its skull resembled that of a rhinoceros, although its body showed all the features of felines. Its name is the Sumbacubwa kutokafrika, a creature found by paleontologists at Ohio University during some excavations. This enormous feline would have dominated the plains of present-day Africa and was characterized by being a solitary hunter. Like other carnivorous land mammals, it maintained a bloody diet that extinguished numerous species and, in addition, allowed it to reach a weight of up to 1,300 kilograms. Some of the fossil remains have managed to detail that its body was identical to that of an adult lion, but much more robust and with teeth so thick and sharp that they could have crushed the wall of a building. To date, much of the history of this creature is unknown, although recent discoveries are enough to position it as one of the most fearsome felines in history and a creature that no living being would wish to have encountered. Of course, these felines were consecrated for centuries as the kings of the earth, the true titans that ruled the forests, mountains, and plains. However, they weren't the only creatures to dispute this title, nor were they the only ones to rule the world. If you would like to meet other terrifying creatures that terrorized the seas, the skies, and the earth in the past, come with us in the following videos and get ready to discover a little piece of the past that will make you be thankful for living in the 21st century.